at the Barclays Center. For the Nets, it was a loss to the New York Knicks. Freak subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And then for Golden State, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Thompson. So for the Barnes and Green of the forward set, Iguodala out there in at the 5 spot.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And the Warriors miss again. Nets leading by 6. Freak with it. Bargnani kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 5.
What team is on?
The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. Donald Sloan comes in for Bogdanovich. And the Warriors also making a change. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Barbosa kicks to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Bargnani sends it down. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
For 3, Barbosa, and he gets it to go. Barbosa's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Ezeli's got his first bucket of the night.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Sloan dishes to Freak. The pass to Bargnani. And it's good off the back rim and in. And so here is Golden State trailing by 5. Barbosa's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's...
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college.
A minute 20 left in the first half of the game.
And listen, the Nets had an up-and-down year on offense last season, but the one thing they always did was finish their drives. Very good at getting things to drop off the bounce. That was a strength last season.
There's the screen. Here's Curry. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
For the Nets, and they're driving, they were fantastic, Clark. Second in the league last year in field goal percentage off those drives.
And a big reason for that is the strength and size of their guards, because they all can finish in traffic, and that's how you get high shooting percentages. You have to make tough shots against contact.
And that one's good. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they looked offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Bargnani passes to Freak, tries from 10, and it's Brooklyn scoring again. Curry kicks to Ezeli, stolen by Bargnani. Sloan, no luck. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Nets up 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes. Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Young. 12 points.
A minute 42 left to play here in the third. Barbosa dishes to Barnes. Thompson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 14 points.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they want to be good.
A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Freak with it. Barbosa picks him up. Offensive rebound. Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're all.
There's a new group in for the Nets. Lopez, he's checked in for Robinson. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. Freaks checked in for Jarrett Chat. And it's Larkin in for Donald Sloan. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Freak in at shooting guard. Brook Lopez is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. The free throw drops for Bargnani. And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Kicks to Barbosa. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The dish now to Freak. From deep three-point range, he cans that one.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Brook Lopez. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
Just a dominant display by Brook Lopez in the post tonight. Lopez is a threat on most.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great. But
Mr. Dom Pagnotti, the diamond and platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper.
John Wall. I'm psyched for this one. Dude is tough as nails. You know you're in for a battle when you're up against him. Big matchup for this team, big matchup for me. We shut him down, we win this game, period. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Let's take them back.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Here's Sloan. You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home finish season with a record of 19-22.
Here's Beal, and he can extend the lead to double digits.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wizards leading by 8. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. Quick, powerful athlete. Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
Clock at 6. Sloan dishes to Freak. Here's Young, and he... uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 6. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Randy Whitman gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said that slowing down Joe Johnson will definitely be a big key for them. He added, Johnson is so big and is able to shoot over the top of you. We just need to make sure that we're always right in his jersey, never losing track of him, and trying to force him into tough, contested shots. Guys will see if they can slow him down.
Thanks, Doris. Shane Larkins checked in for Freak. And a change for the Wizards. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly.
And a new group in for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Young. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Johnson. Freak's checked in for Donald Sloan. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Larkin. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Drew Gooden. Beal's checked in for Gary Neal. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Freak in a 2-guard. Bargnani is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Beal with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Nets making a switch here. Young's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Temple's checked in.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's Robinson high post. Nene on him. Bogdanovic. Beal pulls it in. Well, looking at the Wizards, they weren't as lauded as other teams last season, but the Wizards were a ferocious group on defense. Numbers support that. Their activity, Greg, could really bother teams.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, oftentimes people look at them and think offense, but it really was, to your point, Kevin, the defense was the strength of that group. I mean, they do get out in transition, but it was the defense out.
And that does it for the first half of play. Wizards lead by 14. And a chance now to...
Gentlemen, here with...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys. Robinson's checked in for the Nets. Freak comes in for Bogdanovic. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. So the Wizards 5 right now. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. And it's Porter at small forward. Jack passes to Freak. Goes up on the high post. Porter pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding